What's up, YouTube family? So I've been getting a lot of questions about carb cycling. I've done carb cycling for about a year and a half now, and I just absolutely love what it does for my body. For one, because I have energy all the time. For two, because I still get that kind of balance of having those low carb days where I really burn fat, and I really still keep that lean body, as well as on the high carb days I'm able to lift heavier so I can keep that lean muscle mass on, or even build more muscle. So I love carb cycling. I love it too because I'm not the type of body type that can constantly eat carbs. If you're eating carbs all of the time, like high carbs, it just depends your metabolism. For me, I will put weight on pretty easily, muscle, but fat on pretty easily, I should say. So for me, I can't constantly do a high carb diet. I need those dips in there of low carb days. And I find I just feel better too. I feel like it disciplines me. It gives me that, like, okay, it's low carb day. You know, I'm kind of replacing my carbs with fats that day, increasing my vegetables, eating more clean proteins. And then I really look forward to those high carb days when I can have like more starch carbs, like root vegetables, yams, potatoes, rice cakes. However, on low carb days, it is low carb, guys. It's not no carb. So you still have a percentage of carbs you get for that day. And so kind of how carb cycling works is it'll be based off your BMI. So it'll be based off, I think I said that right. It'll be based off your age, your height, your weight, and your activity level and your goals. Also, if you're sensitive to carbs. That's how my calculator does it anyways. I didn't come up with the formula. It's scientifically used for fat loss, muscle gain, weight loss. You guys can go to my my website, fitnessministry.ca. I have a macros calculator as well as a carb cycling macros calculator, and it will give you guys a 5-day plan of what your carb cycling should look like for your goals. And it's amazing. You're just gonna have to figure out your you're just gonna have to divide it by your meals and figure out kind of what that looks like with all of your food. So a great tool for that, besides my calculator, is MyFitnessPal. So you can scan your food, it'll tell you. So then each day you know if you're hitting your proteins, your carbs, and your fats like you're supposed to be, or your fiber. Which brings me to proteins, carbs, and fats. Those are your 3 macronutrients. So you need all 3 of them. So that's also why I like carb cycling, because I do not believe that you can totally cut one of those macronutrients out forever. So I've done the keto diet. Yes, it worked really well, but it wasn't maintainable. And to me, to cut out one of those macronutrients, like, we need them for a reason. There's 3 of them for a reason. But carb cycling, however, the benefits is you get to go from high carb days to low carb days. So you really manipulate your body's way of burning fat and using food for fuel. So some days it'll be using carbs for feeding your muscle, feeding your brain, feeding your hormones. And then on your low carb days, it goes into your fat stores and it uses that for energy to burn. So then you really lean out, keeping everything balanced. Because I believe that your body shouldn't be consuming the same amounts every day anyways. We do different things on different days. So whatever your goals are, your age, your activity level, your height, it'll give you a calculation of what that should look like. And then from there, you figure out, okay, how you're gonna eat. And then 2, guys, be flexible. Don't be like, I have to be stuck on this number. I didn't hit this number. It's also eating intuitively and listening to your body and going, you know what, I'm super full. I'm not gonna stuff my face anymore, right? So it's also eating intuitively and knowing too that, like, maybe what you put in for your goal in the calculator, and it gave out you know, how you should be eating for your low carb days, medium carb days, high carb days. Maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe you give it 2 weeks and, like, it's not working. Your energy's low, or you're not seeing results, or it's too much. That's okay. You're gonna figure out, okay, it's not working, so what can I change? What does my body like? What doesn't my body like? And go and redo it and try. And don't be stuck on there's only one way of eating. So I like that about carb cycling too, is the flexibility. Guys, it gives you so much flexibility with your eating. It doesn't deprive you, which we're not supposed to be so deprived of food that we're so consumed by thinking about it. That's not the way we're supposed to live. Food is medicine, and it's meant all to be eaten in moderation. That being said, staying more clean, not eating like refined sugars and candy and soda pops and stuff like that, and chips and stuff, that is okay too. But you want to keep those, very minimal, and to maybe your reset day where you get to kind of have those things that maybe you've been craving. So that is what carb cycling is. It manipulates your metabolism and the way your body burns fuel. And so just remember, it's really important to constantly get food in your body. Carbs are very important for you. And then those low carb days just kind of help you quicker to your goal. Once you get to your goal though, you won't have to do as many low carb days. So I only do 1 or 2 low carb days a week, sometimes 3 low carb days a week, just because that is for my goal. Workouts, you guys. So do you work out like heavy legs on a carb day? And like, doesn't matter what exercise you do. I don't think it does. That's my personal view. But you have to listen to your body too. For me, I believe if I've had a high carb day, that my leg day is going to be the day after, because your body doesn't use that food right away as energy. It has to go through your system and store and break down, and like your body does so much with that food, absorb the nutrients. It doesn't happen instantly. So to say to have a big meal before your workout, like you're going to get so much energy and you're going to be using that for your workout, you won't, because your body will be digesting your food for the next day. So that being said too, your low carb days aren't like where you're gonna feel like tired and like horrible. You're getting fat. You're getting more fat on your low carb days than you would on your high carb days. So it kind of replaces the calories. You will still, however, be in a calorie deficit, but not very much. And you'll be eating more vegetables. You'll be eating higher amounts of protein that day too. So honestly, my energy seems pretty fine both times. I've had some clients tell me, I feel better on low carb days. My energy's better. And that just may be an indication that you're more sensitive to carbs and they just make you feel sluggish. So again, just being aware of what your body is saying to you. And that is it, you guys. I just want to kind of give a brief explanation of what carb cycling is. If I've missed something and you have more questions, guys, just email me. My email is below. My website is below for you guys to go figure out your carb cycling plan. And again, any questions, just email me, you guys. I am so happy to help. And again, that is my opinion. That is what how I perceive carb cycling. So that's just my view. There's many views and there's many ways to carb cycle. All right, you guys, have a good day. Bye.